Hi amigos! In this video, you will find out what makes TikTok so addictive, how it influences your mind, and what you should do about it. Unlike other social media apps such as Facebook or Twitter, TikTok doesn't wait for the user to engage with his friends. Instead, the user is boosted with an infinite feed of videos from the moment he launches the app, without having to log in at all. The default page, also called the For You page, is driven by an AI algorithm that begins flooding the screen with an arbitrary set of videos and very quickly learns to adapt itself according to the user behavior. By the way, if you like the content of this channel, hit the subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications to ensure you won't miss any future episodes. Now, back to the For You page. In fact, the initial sequence of videos projected to the user is not really random or chronological. Rather, it is an intelligible algorithm's best guess based upon a long training on different variables, demographics, location, operating system, and any other piece of helpful information that ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, could possibly access. What type of content do you think would be best performing to yield the maximum usage time? You guessed right. The cheapest entertainment always makes a clean sweep. From the first moment on a freshly installed TikTok, it will launch the battle over your mind by referring to the lowest common denominator and project any content that is more likely to result in instant gratification. For those of you who have never had any experience with this app, to get the taste of it, by lowest common denominator, we mean relationships and dating tips by girls or boys, girls doing street interviews trying to seduce, embarrass, or reveal intimate secrets about boys, fabricated videos about men trying to expose gold diggers on the street, cruel pranks of smashing a cake into poor foreigners or frightening adults with masks, provocative semi-sexual scenes presented as pure entertainment, whereas it is soft pornography, and so on. If you get the picture right, TikTok is not exactly the place to look for content such as understanding society or history, philosophy, psychology, or literature. All these are a big void on TikTok since it might be reminiscent of school and make young audiences run away. That is what happens when you let an algorithm choose content by virality. In this sense, TikTok can be depicted as a candy store that holds candies with the highest sugar and the biggest variety, which are freely thrown to the customers once they step into the door, without asking a single question or waiting for the customer to pick anything up. The seller throws candies and attentively observes every subtle feedback in his customer's body language. If the customer slowly eats the candy, the seller will throw some more candies of the same type. If the customer immediately throws it away, the seller will make sure not to throw candies of this type anymore. In a few minutes within this seller-customer relationship running, the whole candy store will reshape itself to reflect the flavors of its customer. Now, the store is designed end-to-end to fit the exact taste of its sole customer. The candy store is an accurate digital reflection of its customer, with a single emphasis that is worth mentioning. The digital reflection that the algorithm generates reflects only our lowest mental aspects, such as impulses and desires, and entirely skips our higher aspects, such as our aspirations and personal potential. Hence, we shouldn't call it a reflection, but rather the opposite, a negative photo of ourselves. Now, imagine what happens to our mind when it is drowned in an ocean of its darkest and animalistic tendencies. The mind reacts just like it is under drugs' influence. It forgets itself, wanders through an infinite stream of stimulations, and gets totally paralyzed. It loses its ability of self-restraint and loses perception of time and space. Even the smartest guy around may get carried away with an unstoppable scrolling experience and wake up only after a few hours wondering how it took so long just to click the switch off button. So, if you or your child have a habit of using TikTok every day, it's just like you hang out with your lowest self every day. The more you hang out, the more you become closer to your lowest self and get farther from your highest potential. Your ability to concentrate deteriorates. You lose interest in the deep meanings of things and lose the patience to comprehend complexities and varieties. Your critical thinking recesses in favor of instant gratifications, and the limited spare time in which you could do something productive for yourself is burnt with cheap entertainment. If you really want to get somewhere meaningful in life or want to increase the odds your children will, there are just two options to handle this mental trap. Either apply heavy restrictions on the usage of TikTok or remove it from your or your child's device and life for good. The next step is to look for alternatives that will make you face your higher self instead. Check out the links in the description to get ideas for self-productive apps, and watch the next episode on 8 ways to boost your productivity and reduce the digital noise around you that will help you unlock your potential, improve your skill set, and get closer to your higher self by just investing the free time you earn from avoiding TikTok in better alternatives.